Okay, so it's been a hot minute. And look, Jackie's here and she's alive. Today we're here to talk to you about one of the biggest changes that Jakii just recently did. She had bariatric surgery. I was expecting her to be like, I had bariatric surgery.
Oh, it's called a vertical sleeve gastrectomy.
Oh.
The VSG for short, because when you say bariatric, everyone assumes you had the bypass.
Oh, okay.
I originally was going for the bypass because I didn't want heartburn. And everyone warned me that if you get this sleeve, you get a bunch of heartburn.
Yeah.
But I don't have any. June, I met with my doctor, like my PCM, and told her I wanted to look into surgery again. And so she approved me to go get a referral. And then I had to wait. And so they finally called me and I had my info session. Luckily, COVID hit, so I had to do it virtually, which was great. I just sat at home and did it on the computer. After the info session, you have a bunch of classes and tests and stuff you have to do. Mm-hmm. And I guess I like getting stuff done very quick.
Yeah, and thank God, too.
Yeah, so I got all of my stuff done. My next, big thing was in August, and I just back-to-back them as much as I could. And so October 19th, I think, is when I met with my nutritionist again. And that's when she approved me to go ahead and do the surgery and do the part 2 of my tests. There's also a sleep study that you have to do.
Oh, yeah, that was so funny. She was so upset.
It was, luckily, because of COVID,
they let you do it at home.
Yeah, I got to do it at home, which is nice. But, you have to wear all these wires, and it's just very uncomfortable, and you feel like you can't move because you don't want to disconnect it and mess up the study. So it was I kept waking up and, looking is the light still on?
Am I doing this right?
Yeah, so we discovered that I snore, or it picked up Jess's snoring. And
hey!
And then I had to do my blood draw after that, and that was a pain. I had 13 vials, and I'm a very hard stick because I have deep veins, and then my blood goes really slow. I think before Halloween I was done with everything on my part, and I just had to wait for them to call me.
Yeah, and it took 2 or 3 weeks for your surgeon to finally talk to you after you were done with everything?
Yeah, he was booked out, so we got an appointment with him in November, and then I met with him, and he told me about that he thinks I'd be good for either surgery, the bypass or the sleeve, but he thought personally the sleeve is better for younger people because there's less side effects with it. Once he made the appointment with me for surgery, I had 16 days basically between that phone call and the surgery day. And for those 16 days, you're on a liver shrink diet.
So, hold on, can you just start over from the beginning?
Drink 2 to 3 protein supplements from the list given to you. They should provide about 52 to 80 grams of protein a day and 320 to 420 calories a day.
You're gonna die. You're gonna be eating 300 to 400 calories a day?
It looks... Oh, wait, no. Okay, hold on. There's more.
Oh, okay.
Step 2 is have one 350 calorie meal. You can choose to cook your own meal or use a frozen meal. If you make your own meal, it should contain 3 to 4 ounces of protein, a cup of non-starchy vegetables, and half a cup of starch.
Wait, so you can still eat?
Looks like it for the 14 days.
Oh, wow, you can still eat. That's
One
exciting.
Meal.
You can still eat.
If you find yourself extremely hungry in between meals, you can have a low-calorie snack that is about 50 calories once or twice a day. This can be vegetables, fruit, a low-fat cheese steak, cottage cheese, etc.
So we just got your first food funeral food. So what did we get?
We got Popeye's chicken sandwich with mashed potatoes and mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah. We went to Sonic.
And we got a chocolate chip
cookie dough blast.
Yeah.
And then root beer. And it's so funny because in hindsight, we got a sandwich to split so that we'd be somewhat healthy about it. And then we got it's my hand. I have big hands. Jacqueline.
Yeah.
We now know you only get 4 more meals before you have to start your liquid diet.
Yeah.
And so for one of your 4 meals, can I remind you that you're part of the LGBT community?
Yeah.
And like I know that you're like a P in there, but like it's still part of
They
it.
don't even have my letter in there.
Yeah, but you're still part of us. Might I remind you? So why this?
Giselle ordered it.
Food funeral day 2. This was not my choice. I do not support this. I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like it?
I'm just taking it because I'm trying to support you. Okay, so today is day 4 of the food funeral. Day 3, I traversed through the wilderness to go get my wife some pizza from Costco. Today we are celebrating Thanksgiving because Jakii is definitely not going to be allowed to eat anything for Thanksgiving. This is a butterbeer frappuccino. It's a tall cream frappuccino with 3 pumps of caramel, 3 pumps of toffee nut, and it is delicious!
It was really good, yeah.
And there it goes. Thanksgiving dinner. We lied. There's one more Starbucks trip because today we had to go to the hospital. So it's a caramel macchiato with extra vanilla and extra caramel, which is Jackie's absolute favorite drink at Starbucks. Okay, so we got this new mail. It's from Undri. So what is it?
It's chili, I think. Yeah, Santa Fe chili flavor.
Ooh, how many protein are in here? 21 protein. That's not bad. 500 sodium. Holy crap.
Oh, unflavored.
Oh.
It's chicken soup flavor.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Oh, I could put this with the chicken broth.
Oh, yeah.
Super crazy. Strawberry.
Let me see down.
Oh, it's strawberry sorbet.
Oh.
Vanilla. Chocolate Splendor and chocolate classic. So in the morning I take D3 because I'm vitamin D deficient. Then this, I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know if it's actually going to taste good. But it's supposed to taste like citrus berry, and it's my 1-a-day multivitamin with iron. Then this one doesn't go in here, but I add it to my nighttime coffee, and it's supposed to help. It's collagen to help with like hair and nail.
Nice.
Because after the surgery, you're gonna be like suffering with that.
Okay.
I don't put this in there either, but it's fiber gummies. Obvious reasons.
Obvious.
And then this one, these are the calciums that I bought the first time. And I didn't know that you had to eat 2 of them to get the 650 calcium.
And you need like 4 a day, right?
Yeah, so I take 4 a day.
Oh my god.
And they're awfully large and they have to melt in your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna be switching once that runs out to these ones, which one pill has 650 and I take 2 a day.
So yesterday Jakii had a little boo-boo, and she ended up eating snacks that she wasn't supposed to eat. Luckily she still came under the calorie count, and so I made her all these signs. It says you were stronger than your cravings. Fight for the day you can finally feel good in your own body. Remember the woman who said enough, fight for her, meaning Jakii when she was done. That's our pups, Cusco and Muggsy. And then on here, because this is the real danger zone, do not eat. Remember what you're fighting for. You were more disappointed than satisfied. I'll never be satisfied. This pain is temporary, your health is forever, and don't you dare give up on yourself. Ganbatte. So hopefully this helps her. She's like right at the end, like literally less than 7 days away from surgery, so. It's the final meal now. Alright, so today is Jackie's last meal before the weekend, where she's strictly on a legitimate all liquid diet. Into that. Okay, so you can have all of this stuff. So like protein shakes, jello, tea or coffee with milk or cream. Oh, good, look, we can make you like legitimate coffee apparently. As we were going with it, I kept remembering you, like, mentioning, like, it's weird, I'm not hungry. Like, and, like, even, like, on the pure liquid days, you weren't actually that hungry.
No.
Like, I think there was one time that you broke and you ate a cracker.
I ate, like, some Triscuits.
Yeah. The worst kind of cracker.
Yeah.
There was also the requirement that you had to lose 10 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, there was one more test I had to do. It was the second. Yeah, it was during the second part. I had to do the I don't know what it's called. You have to, like, swallow stuff, and they have to watch how you swallow. Yeah, and I did that right before I met with my surgeon.
Yeah, you were so unhappy with that test.
It was horrible. Like, the first thing they give you are, like, pop rock kind of things, and you have to put it in your mouth, and then you get, like, a little tiny bit of water to swallow it down with. As soon as that stuff hit my throat, I wanted to puke. The night before surgery, I had to do an antibacterial soap, and then I had to do a hibiscus clean thing, and you just, like, rub it on you, and then you let it sit for a minute, and then you rinse it off. You have to do that 2 times the night before, and then 1 time the morning of.
You're so funny because you're like, I smell like an old person.
It really did, because it was Dial antibacterial soap. Like, just go to your grocery store and sniff the box, you'll know. And then I had surgery on the 23rd, the day after our anniversary.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to eat nothing.
Yeah. So the day of the surgery, you were at the hospital at 5:30?
And then because I'm a woman, I had to do a pee test to make sure I wasn't pregnant, even though I'm, like, married to her, can't. I think you got there just in time, and then you left and you were going to come back, and I missed you.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you were just like, I got called back, and I was like, whoa!
Yeah, I was like, goodbye.
I asked the receptionist, I was like, hey, is she coming back? Like, is she coming back to the waiting room? And she's like, yeah, she'll be back in the waiting room. And then you were like, can I give her a hug? And so you came over and gave me a hug. And I went and sat with your mom. And I was like, it's been an hour. Like, why has she not come back to the waiting room yet? And also, like, do you want to come and say goodbyes? And I was like, do we want to come and say goodbyes?
They pulled me back and they put my weight on surgery day at 280, which was like 273 at home.
Yeah.
So then we went into the room, and it was like this long room with all these beds, and people were in the beds with the curtain closed, and then he told me to get undressed, like everything, and put this stuff on. I couldn't have any jewelry, so, like, no wedding ring. So I got undressed, and I put the robe on, and I put the socks on, and then I sat in the bed and I waited. And I didn't open the curtain because, like, they didn't say open the curtain, and I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So I was, like, just sitting there waiting, and I thought they forgot about me. It was taking forever, and I was shaking because I don't like hospitals.
Yeah.
So I was just waiting, and finally someone came, and they were like, oh, you're the one I was looking for. And I was like, they're like, yeah, the OR is ready for you, so we just gotta hurry up and get you done. And I was like, okay. I've been sitting here the whole time, bro.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, then they came and got your mom and I.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we thought only one of us were going to be able to see you, and they took both, so we were really happy about that.
Yeah, because Mom would have pushed you out and she would have come.
Yeah, no, 100% for sure. Jakii was in her row with her little, like, shower cap on, and all these IVs in her and stuff.
Yeah, I just finished peeing again.
Yeah, and I just remember looking at you, and the first thought was, oh shit, this is the last time I'm ever going to see my wife.
I didn't even know I had a shower cap on.
You didn't?
I didn't. I was so nervous.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, you looked really funny too. Like, I really wanted to snap a picture of you, and then I was like, this is not appropriate. Like, I will refrain from snapping a photo. I regret my decision now. I should have snapped that photo.
Yeah. Yeah, then after we said bye, they wheeled me off into the OR. And they told me to switch over to the table, and then they put the thing on my face, and I passed out. I don't remember anything else.
Like 2 hours later, we got a call from your surgeon, and he was like, okay, so we gave her the anesthesia. She's been under for about an hour and a half now. We're about to start the surgery. We're like, she's been under anesthesia for an hour and a half, and you're just now starting the surgery? And that's when they informed us that it was being done by a robot.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Oh, I knew. I thought you knew.
Oh, yeah, no, your mom and I were like, what? And then we got a call, I think about an hour after, and they said that you were good and you're being rolled up to your room. So they invited us up to the room. We had a good cry because you were safe. And then when we got up to the ward, it turned out that only one of us were allowed to walk in. And your mom had just like gone walking in, and a nurse came out to yell at me and was like, "This is against policy. Like, we're not supposed to let you in now. The only reason we're going to let you in is because you're on watch. And so we know that you're like here for her and stuff." And so I got the little wristband saying that I was the one that was allowed to stay in there, and Elizabeth had to go home. When we walked in, you were like 100% like dead to the world. Like, you could barely keep your eyes open. I don't think you were comprehending anything. You thought your mom and I were in the room at the same time. We were not.
You were standing in the doorway.
Yeah. Yeah, so she was just totally out of it. And I got bored, so I left. I was like, well, I can go down to the office and work on some stuff. I could study instead of sitting here watching my wife. Because they told us also, like, it could take, like, up to 2 hours for you to wake up. So I came back up, like, an hour and a half later after supervision. And you were, like, wide awake. And I was like, son of a bitch. She's been by herself and wide awake. I'm a terrible spouse.
I just figured something had happened. Also, like, I have this, like, dimple right here. What is
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
It's not like, see, it's only like. Also, you forgot the line that scared my mom the most when she came in to see me, and I like looked at my hand and was like, "Is that blood?"
Oh my gosh, yes.
Blood like all over my.
Yeah, you were like soaked in blood. And she came out, she was like, "Jess, don't be freaked out, but there's a lot of blood. I asked them to clean it up." I was like, what do you mean there's a lot of blood? Like, I was expecting to walk in, your organs are like all over the walls.
It wasn't that much. It was like, I feel like it was, like, from what I could tell with my like impairedness, it was like, it was here where they put another IV, I guess. I don't know
Yeah,
what they
you had
did
2
here.
IVs.
And then it like dripped to here.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood. Surgery. Oh my gosh. And then our nurse recognized Jakii from YouTube. Quick shout out to our nurse today. If you're watching, you know who you are. But when Jakii came up here, he looked at her and he was like, "Have you been to Japan?" And she's like, "Yes." And it's like, "Do you go by Jakii?" Or something like this. I don't know the exact story because she's a little groggy, but she told me, and she's like, "Yes." And I'm like, "What's your spouse's name?" "Jess." "Do you do YouTube?" And she said she was so flustered. And when I came back up, when I came in, she told me about that, and I about died on the spot because, like, I hate being recognized. Like, there's like a certain level of anonymity with this, although I like absolutely love talking to people, but I hate being recognized for some reason. And so she told me, and then he came in and he was like, "Yeah, did your wife tell you that I fanned out?" And I was like, this is like such a happy moment. And he was such an awesome nurse, so huge shout out to him. Like, he was so incredible, he was so nice, he was so patient with us as we were trying to figure everything out. So you're awesome, and welcome to the Navy. That was awesome. He was so fun too.
Yeah, he was really nice.
Yeah, and like I felt so bad because I kept pestering him. I was like, "Help, I'm dumb. I don't know how to set this thing up. Help." And he came in, like, just ripped it, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because they had the best thing ever in the room. They like put like wraps on your legs. They hook you up to the thing on the bed, and it like massages your calves. I was so happy. I was like, yeah, every time I get in this bed, you plug me in.
Yeah, I was so jealous. I was like, I want to wear those. And she's like, "They're for me. I'm the one that had the surgery."
I never took them off until I left.
Yeah, and then we were joking with the nurses on the way out. We're like, "Yeah, Jakii wants to take those." And like, you would be like surprised how many people actually take off with the whole machine. And we're like, oh.
It's like I didn't know it was an option.
Yeah, isn't how much? We brought for her a pair of pants and a big t-shirt to wear. I don't think we brought you any game systems or anything.
No.
Because you knew ahead of time that you weren't going to be playing with anything. That was another thing, is that they said that you'd be napping a lot. I actually don't think you napped that much.
I didn't sleep well in the hospital.
So the things that you had to do were you had to pee.
Yeah, I had to pee a certain amount by 4 p.m.
Yeah, which was about 3 hours after she arrived to her room.
Yeah, and that's so that I wouldn't get a catheter put into me again. Yeah. And then after that, I had to drink, I think it was like 1 medicine cup every 15 minutes. I had to drink 1 medicine cup, which was like 2 ounces, I think, or 1 ounce of water.
Yeah, the one you'd have 4 ounces an hour. And you also had to walk every hour.
Yeah, I had to walk. I think they wanted me to do like 2 or 3 laps every hour. I think because I was doing so well with that stuff, and my blood test that they ran was good, and my pain level was good, I was able to leave the next day. That first night it was hard for me to get up out of the bed, but like if I didn't have to get up, I didn't want to get up.
Okay, so it's been about 26 hours since you got to this room. And you are going home. Yeah, oh, you poor thing, you look so tired. Alright, we're on our way home. She's so unhappy. Yeah, so after we left, Jakii just had to do 4 to 6 ounces of liquid per hour. Oh, and the breathing machine.
Oh yeah, I forgot to, like, it's out there.
Yeah.
It's this, like, I don't know, it's like interruption.
Yeah, it expands your lungs because apparently when you have
anesthesia.
Yeah, it shrinks them. Yeah, so you had to do that breathy thing, like, I think it was like 4 times an hour, or no, 10.
Yeah, it was 10 times an hour. And it was funny because they, like, when they handed it to me in the hospital, it was like 1,500 that I had to hit. And I went all the way past it to like 25 because I figured I should go as far as I can. And it was easy to get to 25.
Yeah, and then they were like, oh, we're raising the bar.
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, but you definitely had some trouble with it.
Yeah, I did some days, like, in the morning it was harder to get up there.
And so basically you're expected to drink between 70 up to 100 protein a day, right?
And my taste buds did change because, like, I used to like mushrooms, so like I'd be able to eat a mushroom soup, but for whatever reason when we added this like unflavored protein to a chicken broth, it tasted like mushrooms, and it like made me want to gag, and I couldn't drink it.
Yeah, it's still in the fridge.
He said my stomach now is like perfectly symmetrical.
Oh, really?
He was very proud of what he did. I was like, yay, thanks.
He's like, I gave myself a pat on the back.
Yeah, basically. Like, when he looked at my my incision sites, he was like, I did really nice work. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you did.
What a narcissistic doctor.
He's very proud.
So that was pre-surgery, day of surgery, and then immediately after. The entire cost of that surgery through the military was essentially nothing. The only thing we had to pay for is the protein powders and vitamins.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything else was completely covered, so haha. We'll be putting out a 3-month check-in in February, and at that point we'll talk to you guys about weight loss. So until then, thank you so much. You guys being here and supporting us is really what makes a lot of smiles happen. So thank you for being here. If you guys have any questions, let us know. And until next time, we hope you guys stay safe, stay happy, most importantly, stay you. See you guys again next time. And until then, we hope you have a magically wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.